everybody, welcome back to Littlegeeklost For Science. I got a new science experiment coming at you. This one is, again, super easy. Household ingredients that everybody should have probably around their house, right? So we're going to start off with a glass of water. It's about, I don't know if you can see, 3/4 cup full of water, which I've got over here. And we're going to add some vegetable oil to this glass. So we're going to add, I think it's about 1/4 cup to this glass. I don't know how much 1/4 cup is, so I'm just going to guesstimate by looking, because that's sort of how I do. Now, these science experiments, again, I don't really know what's going to happen with them. I haven't tried them out. I've just sort of read them online. That probably doesn't really look like 1/4 cup, so let's add some more. Because that's how these are. They are super fun, easy, probably messy, so I've got my tray going. And we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to add food coloring to this one. Last time I added red, but I'm going to add green today because I'm wearing my awesome Team Fetch green t-shirt. So let's add a couple drops of food coloring to the water. Kind of swirl it around a little bit. So what we're going to do is add the vegetable oil to the water, and it's supposed to turn into some kind of blobs. So let's see what happens. So hopefully that shows up on camera well. I don't know if it's going to. Maybe I added too much green to the water. But you can see there's kind of like blobs going around. So maybe if I hold it up a bit more. I really should have planned this out ahead of time. So there's kind of blobs going around. It's really hard to see. But apparently if we add salt to it, it's going to do more, I guess. I think I added too much food coloring to the water and didn't just swirl it. So, ooh, that's a lot of salt. So instead of add about a teaspoon of salt, I have kosher salt. I'm going to add some chunks and see what happens. And so it's kind of blobbing the bubbles a little bit more. I kind of feel like I probably should have not did so much food coloring in the water, because I feel like it's probably really hard to see. So, I got salt in my hand. Let's just add the rest of the salt. Let's see. Loud. If you can see what's going on back there. I don't think it's really working very well. Or maybe it's just not that noticeable. So I got an idea. Let's just pour this into here. Alright. We'll let that do its thing. And we'll make up a new one. So let's add water to this cup. There. And then let's add the green back to it, but we're not going to swirl it this time. That's the fun of these things. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's put a couple of drops in, and it's just going to kind of sit there. And then we're going to add the vegetable oil back to that one. So now there's a lot of bubbles and blobs moving around. Again, it's probably really hard to see, and I feel like this is probably a shitty one to do on camera. But let's add salt and see what happens. It's not doing a whole lot. So that's kind of like a shitty failed one, right? It's supposed to make little blobs that go up and down, and I feel like it's not really doing that. So, I mean, some you win, some you lose, right? There's kind of like layers and bubbles, and it's kind of like this one is easy to see. So here's a good lesson in density. Now we can learn some stuff. There's the water on the bottom. Here's the oil on the top. Oil and water don't mix. That's one of the things that's known in science. So it's kind of a, maybe a fail, maybe a pass. I'm not too sure. You may have noticed last time that I didn't put my goggles on the previous video. And I didn't do it this time either because it's not something that was going to explode in my face. So if it's something that I'd be more concerned about, I would put my safety goggles on. I didn't feel like I needed it for water and oil. So that was a fun experiment, I guess. You can leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about it. If you've done it before, if something else was supposed to happen that you know of. You can find me online at littlegeeklost.com and check out my other stuff there. I'm wearing my awesome Team Fetch t-shirt, Team Fetch for Life. So you can head over to teamfetchforlife.com. Check out this t-shirt. All my other ones, Little Geek Lost stuff as well. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, for science. Little Geek.